guys, and welcome back to Wednesday's episode of youtube.com/ImprovGaming. I'm Jeremy Bird, the biggest Zelda fan in the world, coming at you once again. If you don't believe me, there's a tattoo of the Triforce on my arm. I'm joined with the two very coolest guys in gaming. First, to my right, he only has the best fedora in the world.
It's
alright.
Phenomenal.
It's alright. It's alright.
Mr. Peter Anderson.
What's going on, guys?
And to my far right, he has the best ponytail in the business.
It's absolutely fabulous.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely fabulous.
Mr. Nicholas De Jesus.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
And for this week, gentlemen.
Tonight, you know, it could be... How's it going this morning, everybody? You ever thought of that?
No.
47 episodes. You always say, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on tonight?
Yes.
Could be today.
No.
Could
It's
be
tonight.
3 a.m. in the morning.
It's tonight.
It's tonight.
It's always tonight.
Tonight is the night.
Because they dream about me before they go to sleep.
You little sluts.
Do they?
Yes. Oh, Nick's definitely gonna kick Pete's ass in Street Fighter. Nick's always right. Hashtag, I want Nick's dick.
But for this week, gentlemen.
You think I got the ego. Jesus Christ.
How do we feel about the Oscars? Anyone check out the results? Anyone think
No.
about how do you like them apples?
I don't care.
I don't
You
care
don't
either, but I
care.
still watch.
No. The only thing I cared about was that Leonardo DiCaprio actually finally got an Oscar. Which I think he deserves.
I thought it was a farce as fucking usual. It's complete fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's always bullshit. That's why I never watch it.
I was not happy that Sylvester Stallone did not win supporting actor.
Well, they wouldn't. Well, I think it's because they already gave him like best picture for Rocky, so I don't think he'll ever get.
That's, you know what? No. Because he did a great performance.
Yeah.
And not taking away from Bridge of Spies guy, whose name escapes me.
Fuck that.
But even if Stallone didn't win, I would have liked to see it go to Mark Ruffalo. I think he did just as good of a job, you know, and it's...
For,
What was
what?
Mark Ruffalo nominated
Spotlight.
for? Spotlight?
Spotlight, yeah. And he did a great job, you know. Some of the stuff was predictable, like when they got to animation, and they had like the 3 movies you never even fucking heard of in your life, and then it's like Inside Out. And I was like, you know, I wonder.
I just hate the fact that for some reason, every single time, other than a movie being like Avatar, which was the highest grossing movie in 2009, the highest grossing movies don't get fucking Academy nominations.
No.
Fucking Star Wars, you assholes.
No, they don't.
Bullshit.
What I was surprised is how many awards... well, not surprised. When Mad Max walked away with 6 awards.
I was like, whoa.
It was funny because I was saying to Nick on the live stream, and in case you missed it, it will be on youtube.com/ImprovGaming.
Jinx, you have a blowjob.
At any time. Anytime. We were watching with Christine, the best camera girl in the business, and she was like, what is this movie about? Because one after the other, it was always Mad Max, Mad Max, Mad Max. I was like, it's good. Like, it was just... I
liked it.
It's a fun movie just to... You want to have fun and see carnage and not laugh, but like have a good action car movie. This is the movie.
No movies like that don't get shit, but they actually pulled out of nowhere, which I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised because that you would think would be cast aside because you know they're like
it's a crazy
crazy
action flick.
You know, it's like who cares? But for this to come and take some stuff down, you know, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, the only thing I'll bitch about the Oscars is they did this for Heath Ledger and they did it for DiCaprio. It was like they go up there, they do the nominees, and normally it's like this, and the winner is Heath Ledger. Normally it's like nice little pause, whatever, give you a little build up. Both Heath Ledger and Leonardo DiCaprio, they're like, and the winner is Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, no fucking build up, no fucking, and it pissed me off because they did it for Heath Ledger.
People were waiting. If Leo did not win, that place was gonna go on fire.
I know, but I really wish they'd just be like, yeah, and the winner is Leonardo DiCaprio. That's all. Just give it a little pause, give it a little anticipation, and then boom, you're off to the races. But
what was your thought of Chris Rock as the host?
Sucked.
I thought he was absolutely fantastic.
He was good, but it just seemed like the same shit over and over again.
I thought that what he had to say in the opening.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Was,
after that, I'm just
absolutely great.
After that, I'm just like, come on, let's go.
I didn't like the mockery of the situation with Stacey Dash.
Yeah,
wasn't a fan of that, but I thought that what he had to say in the beginning was actually very honest.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Last but not least, I'll say Dave Grohl doing the Beatles tribute during the In Memoriam sequence.
In Memoriam?
Sorry, thank you. Beautiful. fucking amazing.
It was funny because when I saw Alan Rickman up, because I loved me some
I forgot
Alan
he
Rickman.
died.
And I was like, no, not that he forgot. I was like, oh, he's going to close it out. And then there was more people. I go, okay, somebody like a big actor, who the hell like passed away that I'm forgetting. And then it comes to Leonard Nimoy, and I go, that makes sense.
Because it's funny, because Leonard Nimoy, not in this way funny, but literally, Leonard Nimoy passed away exactly 1 year ago on the Academies.
Yeah.
That's why he got last. I was like, I forgot about that.
But yeah, like it was crazy. But I was like, when I saw Alan Rickman, I was like, okay, and I was like, who's gonna close out? And then, not that it was disrespectful that I forgot about him. I was just like, damn, like you didn't realize how many great like actors and directors and writers and all this, and I just love. That's probably one of my favorite thing about the Oscars is the in memorial, because like it just shows like some of the great things the actors with some of their lines they were known for. You know, some of the just the writer. It was just well done. Is it the best Academy? The best Oscars? No. But was it decent for what it was? Yes.
I still think it sucked.
You know, Chris Rock.
They always suck.
Chris Rock did a great job. Some of the awards were predictable, some were frustrating. Leo winning was probably the highlight of the 88th Oscars. I think it was the 88th.
Whatever, I don't care.
88th Academy Awards.
Yeah.
You receive an Oscar at the Academy Awards.
Thank you.
But if you didn't know,
it's
this
not
is...
the Oscars.
Oh, fucking ruined my moment.
Yeah, can you let him talk?
It's the Academy Awards.
Can you get that ego and let him talk? Mr. Oh, people will be sleeping with my dick in their face.
I didn't say that.
It sounded like it.
No, I didn't say that.
In case you didn't know, this is the greatest video games gamescast in all the Mushroom Kingdom, Albion, and every past, present, and future location featured in that bullshit Assassin's Creed Syndicate series, Creed, fucking whatever. No one cares about that series.
Nobody cares.
I care.
Although Creed was a good movie.
Yes, it was. Very good movie. We're three friends. We talk about video games Monday.
Best friends.
Excuse me. Best friends. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And we honor you with Let's Plays on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Do you guys want me to hit you when it's my turn?
He's going to introduce on just give back the whole time.
We also bring you the biggest news in gaming in our One Up News series presented by myself and Pete, sometimes Nick, once in a while.
Never.
And from time to time, we honor you with special Let's Plays, which, he got his ass kicked. Anyway, but, so did I.
He wasn't there for it.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fair match.
It was fair.
It was a fair match.
But probably by the time this goes up, the Street Fighter us facing should be up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
God willing.
But if that sounds good to you guys, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button.
I'm doing it right now.
With you. I ruined my whole moment. If that sounds good, share our beautiful faces with you, yada yada yada, and all your friends and that good shit. Now on to the topic at hand. Most influential game.
That is not how we do this.
Well, you ruined my fucking moment. You ruined
You know what? The most influential game is yada yada. There we go. I'm done talking now.
Yeah.
Well, I began with my hardware. Why don't you begin with your game?
Okay. I have two.
Sounds like me.
No, he didn't say runner-up.
Not runner-up, but the second most
mention.
influential game has to be Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
First game, Lego Dimensions.
No. Reason Ocarina of Time because it brought it took 3D gaming to the next level with open worlds, the different levels, and how the graphical upgrades they went from when the Nintendo 64 started to where it was going, and just how you can actually take a game and put a bigger story and really get you involved with the game itself. Now to the most influential game of all time, in my opinion, Super Mario 64. Because it was the first full 3D video game on a console, not a PC, on a console. Every other game has been doing 2.5 3D games, 3D graphics on a 2D plane, but Mario 64 was a full-blown 3D game.
I'm paying attention.
They brushing me off. But no, you just think about it, how it has the camera angles, how, the full, not the best camera, but the first full.
It sounds like you would need a dual analog stick.
Yeah, you only got a right trigger. To
Monday's episode.
Yeah. But no, the first full camera angle, like I said with Ocarina of Time, it had the semi-open world. It wasn't open world, but I'd say how to make a big how to do hub world, how to do hub world and actually make the game seem bigger than it is. It just out of I just remember playing, at the time I was playing Super Mario RPG, which is the 3/4 down 2D 3DS Mario game, and then literally, I remember I got my 64 for Christmas. I popped that game in, and literally just the game starts up with you literally see Princess Peach telling the note, and then all of a sudden you come down from in the sky and it's like you're flying around. And you just see Princess Peach's castle in full 3D for the first time ever, and I was just like, just come my.
Sorry, you're wrong. Resident Evil came out in March of 1996. Super Mario came out in June of 1996.
But Super Mario 64 looked better.
But it's not the first 3D.
Well, okay, excuse me, but still was one of the most influential. I'll quit the fucking shit if you ruin my thunder like that again. I'm in a good mood, I'm fucking vibing, and you fucking...
I'm sorry, I had a feeling. There was this, inkling of a feeling. I don't know if he's right about that one.
But Resident Evil looks like shit, dude.
Yes.
Completely fucking looks like shit.
All right, what do you got, Mr. Smart Guy?
Most influential game? Grand Theft Auto 3.
Fuck that bullshit.
It's the definition by which all open world series have been determined ever since. If you want to talk about influence. That is the format that every open world game has ever followed. You go somewhere, you collect a mission, you go achieve the mission, you go back and you return the mission. Or you get your rewards immediately. And then you go on to another place, you get a mission, you go somewhere else.
Sounds like a game of big
side quests. You have, if you look at your maps, you have a whole map of places to go and things to look out for and things to do. Grand Theft Auto 3 is the one that revolutionized the way that open world games work and operate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
That was it. I mean, like you have Legend of Zelda that always had the open world mentality in it. But it was dungeon based. It was always dungeon based.
Yeah, it was.
Right, you go take care of a dungeon here, take care of a dungeon there. The same thing with Ocarina of Time.
I see what you're saying. How Grand Theft Auto was actually very out there in the world. The only time you were inside buildings or houses was very.
Well, not even that. Just the format of open world games have followed that formula ever since. There's never been another formula that beats it. I've never seen any other game that beats it. Skyrim, Fallout, Witcher, Metal Gear Solid. Every open world game, it follows the same format that Grand Theft Auto 3 put out there for everybody. It gave them all the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, you can put this game out. It's completely violent. It's completely this, but look at what you can do in this game. Not killing people, I'm saying, but look what you can do. Make a full.
And even
world.
Everything that you can do in other games, it's still the same thing, essentially just expanded on, right? You can go here to play pool. You can go there to play tennis. You can go here to find a shooting range. You can go there to build up your base. It still has its fundamental basis on Grand Theft Auto 3 and what they did.
So Pete, what do you think?
I have two.
All right.
Because no runners up. Two different genres that I think were very influential. You have one of the first 3D games.
One of the first, excuse me.
One of the first.
Fucking asshole.
That's what I said. You have basically the birth of open world and what it is designated to be from now on. Now I'm going to give you two. Now I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want me to go the earliest or the one a little bit more recent?
Whichever one you want to do. Just a question about the one that's more recent. How can you influence if you can't see its influence?
Because it's more recent between
stuttered.
the two.
He stuttered.
Between the two. Okay, I'll start with the 64.
Start with the more recent, because I just want to hear this.
Nintendo 64.
Start with the more recent.
I am. Nintendo 64. No, between these two games, Nintendo 64, GoldenEye.
Is that the most recent? Or
Yeah.
That's the more recent
GoldenEye,
one?
I can give you, because that was the God.
GoldenEye.
That set down the basis of multiplayer.
Yep.
Multiplayer, even shooters. You have, yes, I understand, Wolfenstein 3D, the first shooter ever. Doom. Amazing first-person shooter when it...
No, but GoldenEye was the first time that you can explore into places that are completely useless.
It's like he came up with the idea.
No, you're right. I'm just helping you out with your point. I'm sorry.
Yep, no, continue.
No,
I'm
no,
liking what you're here. No, I love this. No, but on your point, the multiplayer. It was one of the first games where it's like, hey, I want to come over and we're just going to have 4-player split screen and we're just going to go have it. If you didn't have this with GoldenEye, you would never saw Halo.
Yep.
You would have saw it, but not in the in the big thing that it gave, because it's like, here's Halo's great story, but here's this multiplayer that you clearly got from playing GoldenEye.
I agree.
And
like, I was going to say, not having Halo, I'll let you have your moment, hold on.
No, fine.
But prior to having Halo, what'd you have? Fucking SOCOM or some shit like that? Just these other multiplayer, but they never really took it to the next level.
Yeah,
and Halo,
PCs.
Yeah, PCs.
You had PCs, but for a console defining.
I'm saying my buddy in college used to play SOCOM on PlayStation 2, and I was like, it's good, but it seems a little janky. And he's just like, yeah, it's okay, it's not the best. And I'm like, we've been playing GoldenEye. He goes, I don't like how it looks. But then you have Halo, who just took it
and ran with it.
Kaboom.
See, now here's the thing with GoldenEye, which I like, and does not happen in many first-person shooters now, is think of your Call of Duties, your, not so much Fallout, but like these core first-person shooters where you think you're the player. When you started in GoldenEye, it panned around Pierce Brosnan, and then you went in through his eyes, and it was go time. You knew you were James Bond, you were 007, you were about to fuck shit up, and that's what you did. And I think the single player is still a great single player, and then you go into this multiplayer universe where it's like, who has the golden gun? Everybody watch out for the golden gun. All right, let's look at his screen. Okay, he's at those tiles.
Get him.
Let's go to there, and it was just that whole dynamic to really bring the first-person shooter. Because now, if you look at it, you wouldn't see the Call of Duties and Halos, like I said. GoldenEye really just pushed the first-person shooter. Continue.
We want to say about GoldenEye. My buddy used to do one of my favorite things ever. He was so hardcore into that game. He hated how everybody used to screen cheat, look over where you are. He actually hooked 2 fucking TVs up, and then literally he'd have the game playing on both. And literally he would actually put cardboard on. Say I was second player and I'm on the bottom. He'd put cardboard on the top, and opposite he put cardboard on the bottom on his.
That's
so he
what we
cheat.
did.
And I was like, "What are you fucking kidding me, bro? Really?"
We used to put cardboard on a T or a cross, however you want, and then put a blanket over, and each of us had our own little space where you couldn't look, and that was your space, so you couldn't look and do whatever you need to do. But so that is for first-person shooters. Now, this might surprise you, but I've come around to it. One of the big influential games for a fighting game does not go to Tekken. It goes to PlayStation All-Stars.
Goddamn wait.
It goes to Street Fighter. Me coming into Street Fighter V, hating the franchise, and now starting to understand it and playing it at a better level. Like you said, you didn't expect how good I played when we did the live stream.
You're a good player.
Check out the video, youtube.com/ImprovGaming. But look at what this did. Perfect example. Evo Championship. I mean, this game this year is now over, what was it, 6,000 people?
No,
I think?
No, it was 3,000.
3,000,
3,000 plus.
Street Fighter, but it was blown out for who was playing Street Fighter 5.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 last year or 2 years ago when I played, Ultra Street Fighter 4 had between 2,300 and 2,500 people, and this is up in the 3,000s of how many people are going to play.
It's over 3,000. People were excited. This is because yes, you had your Mortal Kombat, your Smash Brothers, but when people used to go to Evo, especially in the beginning, it was all about Street Fighter. Street Fighter is the marquee on Sunday finals at Evo.
Yep.
It is the last game you play. You have your you play or watch, depending on how good you are. But you go through all these games, the Tekkens, the Mortal Kombats, Marvel, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, all these big Smash Brothers. You have all these games, you whittle them down until you get to the end. The last thing at Evo, which is Street Fighter, and it's just the electricity that it brings. And it's so influential because it started something where here is a place, and I'm just obviously using Evo as an example, but here's a place where everybody gathers, everybody comes and just plays these fighting games of all people from around the world who think they're the best and train and fight, and it's like a sporting event. Yeah. People tend to get very antsy with that terminology, but it's a sporting event. You're going to participate, but you're also watching the best of the best at their craft.
It's funny you say that because I think it was Evo last year or the year before, they had Street Fighter Third Strike, which is an old, which I think it's
2D.
It's 2D, but I'm trying to think of what console. It wasn't because I think it's gonna I think it's a PlayStation game. It was. Let me know in the comments. But they actually had the full fucking arcade cabinets where they had the two arcade cabinets facing away with each other, and then in that tournament you had people still playing that game to this day because that's how diehard the Street Fighter fan base is. I saw a couple of those fights, and I would never want to face any of them because they were just nasty.
Look at Super Smash Brothers Melee, still at Evo after all this time.
I'm gonna put this baby to bed. You had to say it, didn't you? I like Melee. I think it's a really good game. It's fun, but it's too overrated for me. Because honestly, hands down, my favorite Smash Bros. Game is the new one.
Really?
Brawl's okay. It's too much of a pain in the ass to play on a fucking Wii.
I understand.
Thing.
Agree.
And the thing is, like, to me, everybody's like, "Oh, Melee is just so good." I'm like, to me, it's unpolished. It's because they didn't integrate the smash kills. Yep. Where literally you have to beat your opponent at 300%, or you have to meteor smash him off the stage just to get him out of the fight. That's why I prefer Wii U over, because literally, if you hit someone hard enough, goodbye, you're gone. Fucking Melee takes forever. It's fucking 4 lives and it's best out of 5. And I'm just like, really, guys? The tournament took fucking forever.
See,
here comes all the hate mail.
This is what I mean with influential games. Each of their selected genre, open world, fighter, first-person shooter, has a game to really just generalize. But for the ones I think we picked are very...
Oh. Sorry. One last thing, going back to Street Fighter real quick. Street Fighter, the original, was a beat-em-up game. It was a beat-em-up game. And then Street Fighter 2 came out and just, boom, there's your fighting game 2-player. That's what I was saying. I was saying each game has its own main, what word you use? Fuck, I can't remember. Like, its own is the main game that really started it all.
Yep.
That was
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, boom, literally. I challenge you fans. Go look up footage from Street Fighter versus Street Fighter 2, and you'll see how they said, we can make, it's beat 'em up, why don't we try this, like, fighting game-esque thing? They could be popular, and kaboom, there it goes.
See, I think we hit the potential for these games, because, yes, there's others, the racing game and what made the racing game what game influenced the greatness of the racing game. But look at the fact that the 3 games we have mentioned, or the 3 genres, open world. Can you tell me how many open world games came out last year? So many.
Yep.
You have Metal Gear, Witcher, Fallout, all being Game of the Year. Arkham Knight, all being saying this is great. This is going to be open. This is going to be Game of the Year type stuff. You have fighting games where you're joined in one place to see who the best in this fighting game is. You have the first-person shooters where you have, I'm blanking on the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. The cooperative shooting tournament. Not X Games, obviously, not that, but like where different teams go and face off each other.
I know what you're talking about.
Let me know in the comments. I'm having a brain fart, but to bring, and these games were so influential that they spawned this humongous thing. You don't see
mine, which was one of the first full 3D games, which is now the standard for the video game industry. Were you shaking no at me?
No.
I think you were. I was like, you shit on me again?
I was waving my ponytail.
I was like,
he was saying no.
It's really hot in here. I'm just using it to fan myself off.
But yeah, everything we touched on it definitely.
But like you don't see like racing games like being like, oh, we're all going to this one location to see who the best racing game, or who the best Mario Kart player is.
It's a niche game, that's why.
These are the games where it's like
racing games has its inspirations.
Of course it does.
Cruising USA. Anybody who's not played Cruising USA would
She's
not.
Too young for you.
She's too young for you, bro.
If you've played Cruising USA, you know where all these racing games come from.
But I mean, definitely the games I think we mentioned, very influential games. If you have your own favorite influential game, let us know in the comments. I'm quite curious to see what people say.
Assassin's Creed was the most influential. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Full Throttle. For like an action adventure type thing, like an adventure type game, I should say. Let me redefine that.
Yeah,
that was the cool best game of all.
PlayStation All Stars.
Get the fuck out of here.
Metroid for open world games.
Exploring.
Castlevania.
Metroidvania. But as usual, guys, you know where to find us. YouTube.com/ImprovGaming. You can also find us on Facebook, which you can like, which is Improv Gaming space between the 2 words. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, which is improv_gaming, and you can always email us at improvgamers@gmail.com. And Nick, what do we got? Most influential.
We got most influential console coming up next, and Friday's episode.
This is another one I'm interested about.
This one's.
I still kind of think I know what you're gonna say.
I don't know.
I don't even think Nick knows.
I don't think I even know what I'm gonna say.
Definitely something. But as always, also check.
I will definitely say something.
Yeah. Definitely check out the Let's Plays that are up. Check out all the Street Fighter content we have up with a whole bunch of crazy guys playing. Division, Lego Dimensions.
Lego Dimensions coming up probably next week.
A whole bunch of stuff. Check out the Far Cry. I had fun with that. That was a
good,
week or
a half
ago.
Just fucking around.
Definitely check out all that stuff and keep it here. YouTube.com/ImprovGamers.
Right. We'll see you on Friday, guys. And as usual,
game on.
That was a good one.
I think we're hitting it all.
Yeah.
We're all on point today. I have to get a Frappuccino every time we record.
That was actually really good. Nope.